Hello. Super Saturday. Yeah, it is. I'm live today, y'all. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning. What's going on? Backwoods, what is going on, man? Super Saturday, man. Hit that thumbs up, man. Appreciate it. Happy, joy, man. Hey, blue on black. What's going on? For real. How's everybody doing? Freedom. 5022, man. What's that mean? What's going on, y'all? Today's Saturday, isn't it? Super Saturday. Let me subscribe to you, man. Freedom. That's you. I'm 47 now. Yep, 47 subscriber, man. Let me watch. Why wait for April 8, huh? New friend here, man. I don't know why I hadn't subscribed to you, but I appreciate you coming in here. All right. Yeah. Make sure I hit that all notification bell, man. You put something up, I watch it. What's going on? Good afternoon, Courtbug. Hello and welcome in. I'm just getting set up, y'all. I might have a guest on in a little while. Hello, Courtbug. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, just watching. You sky watching? We got clear blue skies here in South Carolina, man. Yeah, we do. I go out sky watching a little bit every now and then. I catch rainbows going the opposite direction, you know. Sundogs and things like that. You know what I mean, man. Whatever's out there lurking. Is somebody lurking, y'all? Good afternoon. I was going to talk a little bit still about the solar eclipse. A little bit. Is it the end of the world? Something's going on, y'all. I'm here to talk about it. For real. Appreciate the thumbs up, man. I need more people in the chat. I'll wait patiently. We're going on 4 minutes. It's all good, y'all. I may start the program without you if you're not here. Hey, I can sip some of my tea while I wait. Hello, Fairy TV. How are you doing? Fairy TV. Or is that Furrow TV? I'm sorry. I was mistaking that L for an I. Yeah, Furrow TV. I want to make sure I get it right, y'all. I'm subscribed. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good evening. Good morning. I got the bell going there, too. Everything going. Appreciate you coming in. Let me turn you blue, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you. America is going to experience an eclipse. And there's all kind of things being said, you know. It's drama, y'all. Is it drama? I'm like, man, there's a lot of drama out there, y'all. Do you believe it? I'm like, should I come on and say my farewell to everybody? What should I do, y'all? Hello, Miss Paris Logan. Good afternoon. How are you doing? You hadn't wanted one of these mugs over here yet, have you? Miss Paris Logan. For real. I don't think you have. Thank you for visiting my stream last Friday. Well, you're welcome, Furrow TV. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you hit that thumbs up for me, please. Because you are in an exciting live stream. You're at Super Days. I'm in America, and I'm all over the world. I know Philippine people, American people, Canadian people, Mexican people, people in Alaska and China, Taiwan, and the Philippines. I said the Philippines. Indonesia. Even in Guam, for real, y'all. Appreciate that thumbs up. Well, you're welcome, Furrow TV. Thank you. I appreciate it really a whole lot. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Has the world gone crazy yet, y'all? All this drama leading up to this eclipse, for real. Have y'all heard the latest sayings and things happening? I still wait a little bit longer, y'all. I usually wait about 10 minutes. You know, we get a crowd in here. You have a very nice live stream set up. Well, thank you. That says Super Day 44. As you can see, yeah, and it's real. I have lights on it. I have a background. It's my setup for now. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really do. Thank you. Things happen around here, y'all. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I need to make a welcome video, you know, welcome in. Like one of these videos I'm going to show you here in a minute. If I can find it. I hadn't been on my computer in over a week. And every time I get rusty. Yeah, like one of these. Don't get me all stalled and locked up, y'all. Superness right here, y'all. Let the real you shine. How about that? Let the real you shine. Hello, Mama Rages. How are you doing? Good afternoon. You heading to work? I didn't know you worked. I didn't know anybody here on YouTube works. I was like, man, am I the only one that works? I'm glad to know that somebody works. Mama Rages. Can't have no money if you don't work a little bit, y'all. I work a lot. Good afternoon, Furrow TV. Thank you. The church that me and my family started years ago was Freedom Church. Freedom was the email that I got, and I just stuck with it. Freedom. Hey, I like my freedom, y'all. I hope you like yours. You have 2 jobs. Congratulations. How long you been working 2 jobs, for real? I couldn't work the way I work one job, 10 hours a day and all that. I do a lot of work. I wouldn't be able to hold up another 8 or 10 hours. It'd take my whole day, y'all. My whole night, my whole life. I'd be like, man, I don't even have a life. I might have a guest here. I was planning on doing an hour live stream. Waiting on everybody. It's going to take an hour and a half, y'all. I don't mind, though. I know everybody's busy. I get busy. I usually do live streams on Fridays and Saturday. I did this past week anyway, on Saturday. It is Saturday, right? On Thursday, I got my days mixed up, y'all. Super Dave, your polo shirt has a very nice print. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wear nice clothes on nice shirts on my live streams. Thank you very much. I've thrown everybody off. But I'll go ahead and start because I know not everybody has all night. I want to share a little bit of information. As I said, I'm going to talk about this eclipse. There's all kind of revealing stuff coming out. I'm going to play a few videos and talk about them. I was hoping to have a guest on in about 10 minutes. So it's all good, y'all. Hello, Max Maximus. I'm here and ready to come up at 5. I thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll send you one of them mugs. Appreciate it, sir. I don't know if anybody heard this. There's all kind of stuff all over the internet and YouTube and everywhere. It's coming out and stuff. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Let me pause the music a minute. Did y'all hear what was said on Fox News? Is there something they didn't tell us in advance, you know? But they do tell us. Mama Rages, I know you're used to coming into other live streams that have a lot of people. I usually go live on Thursday. I did on Friday last week. Today is Saturday. I've been very tired and exhausted. I apologize to everyone. It's all good. I know you don't expect me to come live at this time. This is my time I have. I have an hour, hour and a half, or whatever, you know. But I made this time because I didn't have time Thursday and Friday. I apologize, y'all. But anyway, like I say, listen to this.
The strongest earthquake in 140 years, John. Look at all of that. And it's not over yet because we've got the Eclipse earthquake coming up on Monday. As Deborah Ross was telling us, it's going to be a transformative experience for anybody who is in the area of totality. The strongest earthquake in 140.
How could they predict an earthquake? Really? Right here on Fox News. How can they predict an earthquake on April 8th? Is anybody else in the house? To those who will listen, good afternoon. God bless you. The reason I'm putting the same old out there, I've seen other channels putting out there because some of my audience has not seen any of this. Probably not. But probably seen some of it. So anyway, let me play this one more time. In case you're just coming in and you didn't catch it.
The strongest earthquake in 140 years, John. Look at all of that. And it's not over yet because we've got the Eclipse earthquake coming up on Monday. As Deborah Ross was telling us, it's going to be a transformative experience for everybody who is in the area of totality. The strongest earthquake in 100.
I mean, you know, it's been over 200 years since, 1811? When there was a 8.8 massive earthquake. Do they know something we don't know? Or is it natural that this occurs during or after every eclipse? Yeah. Did somebody else come in? Let me check. Paris Logan, because it's pre-planned. You probably seen this. A lot of channels has put a lot of this information out already. Let me move on a little bit. I'm going to play what NASA said, okay? Make sure the volume is all the way up.
When you experience an eclipse, you feel that connection with space.
Can you hear it?
Look at the ray structure.
The universe is out there, the planets affecting us. We are in space.
And here it comes, there's the diamond ring. And that is the most spectacular sight.
If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen anything.
Hello, everyone. I'm Acting NASA Press Secretary Faith Mackey, and thank you for joining us this morning as we look forward to the upcoming total solar eclipse on April 8th. During today's press conference, you'll learn more about what to expect during the eclipse, how you can participate, how NASA and
the speaker, the director of NASA will soon come up. And he'll use this word with supposedly, I don't know if we've ever heard this word before. A lot of us here, I don't know if you have or not. He says, notice what he says now, ellipse. I'm going to show a video after this video also. So this guy speculating or looked up ellipse and all these things that he picked up on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. This is NASA's press briefing on the upcoming solar eclipse. I'm going to let it finish playing. Hello, Darrell Calhoun. How you doing, sir? Thank you for coming in. And Will, good evening. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone.
Government agencies will use the eclipse to advance science and how to view it safely. Today's participants include NASA Administrator Bill Nelson, NASA Deputy Administrator Pam Melroy, NASA Associate Administrator Jim Free, Director of NOAA's Office of Space Weather Observations El Sayed Talat, and NASA Eclipse Program Manager Kelly Karek. After remarks from each of our participants, we will gladly take questions from the media. Now I'll hand it over to Administrator Nelson to kick us off.
Good morning.
Administrator Nelson. Yeah, this is, I believe he used to be a congressman or something. Now he's over there at NASA. You know what I mean? So, yeah, all government normally stays in government kind of people. So that's where the money is. That's where the deception is and all that. So, yeah, they stay in the government. But anyway, catch what he says for me, please. That way I can proceed to the next one. I'm going to let this play out. I keep saying that. Here we go.
Before we get started, we were supposed to have the Federal Highway Administrator, Shailene Batt, with us this morning. You've probably seen the emergency that's happening in Baltimore. Our thoughts are certainly with them. Our prayers are with the people and the families involved. I've often said that at NASA, our mission is for all humanity, and that's because space brings us together. There's no better proof than moments like this, a total solar ellipse. It's a moment when millions.
Did you hear it? Total solar ellipse. Do I have enough people in here listening? If you've not heard this, I'm going to play it back a second here.
It's a moment when millions of people across North America will look to the heavens as the moon passes in front and between the sun of the.
Let's go back a little bit more. Sorry about that, y'all.
Brings us together.
He keeps saying that.
There's no better proof than moments like this. Total solar eclipse.
That's it.
It's a moment when millions of people across.
Total solar eclipse. When I first heard this a few days ago, I was like, what does this even mean? I looked up 644 on Strong's Concordance, and it comes up with a shade cast by one object on another, a shadow. I got to let this finish playing, Max.
Across North America will look to the heavens as the moon passes in front and between the sun and the earth. And it's a rare sight that we haven't seen in 7 years. And unusual things start to happen as the normal rhythms of Earth are disrupted. When you're seeing this eclipse, you ought to observe this. As the day appears to turn to dusk and then dark, people have heard birds stop singing. They've seen giraffes suddenly begin to gallop.
Well, naturally, the animals are going to act a little different. You know, thinking that it could be evening time or whatever, the dark. They're going to try to prepare, if it's a moment of darkness, for the darkness. So, yeah. Hello, Max. How are you doing, sir?
I'm well, thank you. Hope you are.
Well, thank you, sir.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody in the chat? Y'all chatting up? Chatting
I
up?
think
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Shut up.
I want to talk a little bit about the solar eclipse. Have you heard that word, ellipse?
Ellipse. Electronic lips. Yeah, they got them on the market.
Referring to this eclipse.
I don't know a damn thing about no ellipse. They do that shit to be. They can see. Then they can claim possible deniability. Well, I didn't say eclipse. This is not an eclipse.
There's a lot of drama leading. There's a lot of drama leading up to this eclipse.
This is a military style. The whole thing. Keep calm. Keep your wits about you. If you see the demons in the sky, it's a military industrial complex hologramming it up there. I got that on good authority.
They say you'll see that comet real good.
Yeah. Well, with the Sun Sim directed energy weaponry's platform, they can put about anything they want in the sky in front of us.
You think it's a good opportunity for them to put something in the sky?
Oh, yeah, they're going to. They're going to put the eclipse in the sky. The first one wasn't the real one you saw. They hologrammed it and hid the real one. My neighbor and I looked up and went, oh, my God. He looked at it and said, oh, my God, that's fake as hell. You can see the damn planes underneath it. And the tractor beams going up there hologramming it. I said, I told you. He's a trained skeptic.
You think they're going to hologram this?
They're going to have to hide the eclipse. They had the first one. Why would they hide the second one? You didn't see the real. There ain't no 70-mile wide shadow from nothing. Their models are so full of shit. Nothing even comes close to what we realize in the laboratory when we experiment with shadows. They're full of it. We've seen 100 times where the sun's in the sky at the horizon that way, and the sun and moon's in the horizon that way. We can see them both, but yet we're supposed to be casting a shadow from Earth onto the moon.
Yeah.
Where did they find that? Right? and then you got the sun and the moon on the 8th. They'll be side by side in Pisces. How the hell are you gonna have an Aquarius inline?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's all bullshit, man.
They're saying it's a shadow from the moon, not the moon actually blocking the sun.
It's baloney.
Well, how are they going to do it?
Well, look at it this way. If we started at September 23rd, 2017, when we saw the great sign in the sky, I have every reason to believe that started the 7 years of tribulation. If you want to stand there and tell me we haven't been in tribulation for the last 7 years, you've been under a rock.
Yeah.
So we got the last hurrah. This is their last little show debut. This is the, how you say, the show topper. And then we got what, 4.5 months left of the 7 years before we hit September 23rd, 2024. What in the world could they do to us in 4 months, couple of weeks? A lot.
Yeah.
There's your time. There's your short time loosed.
From the eclipse on.
From the eclipse until September 23rd. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you don't think anything is imminent, right, as the day of the eclipse?
I don't know what they have under there. I mean, they gave us so much predictive programming before 9/11, but nobody picked up on it. I haven't picked up on it, what's going on, what they got planned, other than, Jesus in our skies, Allah in their skies, Buddha in their skies.
You don't know about these biological weapons that can be used?
Man, they're already in us. They're already doing that. Just 5G alone promotes the growth of mold, mildew, fungus. Scorpions thrive in 5G perturbations of the ether. I mean, they're already doing it to us, y'all. We're in World War. Yes, this is World War III being fought with silent weapons, including psychological, directed energy, frequency, sonar, laser, lidar. I mean, it's real. It's real as hell.
It is real.
It's saturating our modern domain right now. I mean, you think about it. You're on right now 5G, 4G, LTE, integrated machine systems, antennas, coronas. That's what the signal off of 4G is called. It's called a corona. It's already got omnipresence in our world. You can't get away from it. Well, you go throw your phone. You can't even pull your battery on your phone anymore.
Hello, Mark Rob. You do know about the eclipse. Mark Rob, appreciate y'all coming in. Everyone, Mr. Sparkle Bait. We're talking about the eclipse. Over here at Super Days, I try to dig a little deep, y'all. There's all kind of speculation, about bioweapons. There are 3 planes, and unless you don't know, Max, what are they? The military planes that would be flying and spraying stuff, and they've admitted this. I've seen some channels on here that are in contact with people at the Homeland Security and all that's come out of meetings that they was going to be, while people were looking up a couple hours before even there's a schedule, and while people are looking up, they were going to use biological weapons in a powder form. There's Stacy and Doug, I believe. There's all kind of channels come out about this.
In 30-minute increments. I mean, 30 minutes of plane will go by, and then another 30 minutes of plane will go by, and then another 30 minutes of plane will go by. This is all fear mongering. They've already sprayed us.
And they're talking about these people that could pass out or convulsions and
absolutely. You should have felt the damn vibrations that went across us when that thing went across the sky. He was like, "Wow, what is that?"
You mean in 2017?
Yeah. Another buddy of mine he was using a tree as one of those shadow boxes. So between the leaves, you got your shadow box. And you can see him. You can see the waves. He was, "What the hell is that?" I said, "I can't tell you what it is." Fucking frequencies, man.
Yeah, that's
think about it. Yeah, think about the old school widescreens with the 3 lights in the back, the blue, red, and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what they've got in the sky now. That is literally what they have turned the sky into. It's a positively ionized plasmatic sky screen. It's a plasma fucking TV screen in your sky.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I believe they're going to use it, like you say, even with these beams and these weapons, even like what I'm trying to say, the biological weapons. I mean, people be vulnerable, hundreds of thousands. I hate to keep getting into this over and over and over. I mean, we got to wait and see what's really going. And then there's other things, natural, like people are saying from 1811 when there was an eclipse. There were over 10,000 earthquakes, one being 8.8.
Along the Madrid.
Right.
The New Madrid.
The Madrid fault line.
We already got one we already set one up in New Jersey, didn't we?
The drama, I mean, they're fearing the public. There could be nothing.
Oh, yeah. It's a military side. There's no boogeyman coming to get you, y'all. There's nobody from another place and time is coming to get you. This is the military fucking with you. Yeah, baby. Not kidding. Will they make people sick? Yeah. Why wouldn't they? Why would they not take this chance? They have literally put so much stuff in people. Not only us that did not go along with the Jabberwocky stuff, they still put it in our food, they put it in our water, they put it in our air. Nothing we can do. We can't run from it. You gotta keep flushing it daily. It's a daily battle to flush it from your system. Am I diligent about that? Not as diligent as I need to be, not the last 6 months, but Dave can tell you why. I've been through a hell of a damn 8-month period, and it's coming to a close. Thank you all for your prayers. I want you to know that. And thank you so much for being there for me, Dave.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But getting back to this, I'm telling you, they ain't a damn thing. When you want to talk about real, we're talking about God, we're talking about nature. It's all been co-op. He now has omnipresence. It, capital I, capital T, has omnipresence in our world, y'all. Through machines that we carry with us everywhere we go. And if we drop those, hell, they got it already programmed into us. They can touch us at the freaking bone marrow DNA at any time. Anytime they feel like it.
Yeah.
I mean, we know this. And if you haven't been following my community page, and Sabrina Wallace, I think her last name is, she's 3rd degree freaking NSA, 3rd generation NSA. She's not fibbing. She got it down pat. She helped integrate a lot of that stuff before she realized what she was doing.
You're pretty good on symbolism, Max. Like
yes,
this Nineveh and these Salems and this Rapture, Indiana, and you're pretty good on all this. I mean, what is this symbolism all, telling us?
All right, I'm going to go. I haven't said this publicly, but I have every reason to believe that this is Book of Revelation has already happened. We're now being run through a script that mocks it and matches it and mimics it to control us. When we look at the generic word Tartaria, who the hell built those buildings? Who the hell didn't need bathrooms? Who the hell was going to these beautiful buildings with pipe organs at every corner that resonate in a way at the 4.32 benchmark? If you don't know what that is, that's a perfect geometric scale for our harmonics. That was changed to 440, which is not perfectly geometrically harmonic. So there's something big there. And yeah, I think they're just a bunch of lying bastards is what I think. And they're putting it on us. They are.
Yeah.
Who is they? Who the hell is they?
They're putting it on us because we've been told ever since Trump was in office, this is war.
Man, we've been told since you and I were children that Iran had cylinders spinning under the sand, making crazy stuff, gonna blow us all up with these big booby valves. That's been 30 years they say that shit. They so full of shit. You remember that when we were kids, Dave?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Shut up. You can't trust a damn thing out of them.
That's Space Force. You know, Space Force, to me, is a force used against the American people.
Space Force is, they have TR-3Bs I've witnessed. I've witnessed in the sky. I've witnessed real live TR-3B. You go look at the patent, you go look at the machine. That's exactly what I've seen in the sky more than once. Hell, they ran a girlfriend on, scared the hell out of her. Then mocked us the next day, followed me to her house to drop her off. They made sure she saw it. Oh, she wouldn't date me again for nothing. She said, them things are following me. I said, no, they're following me. Oh, well, hell, that was the last time she wanted to be around me. And then I've seen the, yeah.
Let me show a little bit of couple of these videos before I,
yeah, absolutely.
While you're on here, you know, and get your, you know, before you leave.
I'm gonna have a piece of pizza. Go for it.
Welcome in, Raising My Boys and Mike Smith in 20 seconds or less. David Bruce, to those who will listen, Paris Logan, Darrell Calhoun. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate y'all. John P. Adventures, Village Food Season, Ruben Cap. How are you doing, my friend? Let me turn you blue. Ruben Cap. Leslie Bosler, hello and good afternoon. I don't want to miss anyone. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on, Max, for sure, sir. Y'all do know I have a birthday coming up later this month, right? It's all good, y'all. Yeah, and to those who don't know, let me go ahead and see if I can get this to play again while we're both on here. Get a couple of these videos to play. My system runs slow. I hope you're still here.
The strongest earthquake in 140 years, John. Look at all of that, and it's not over yet because we've got the Eclipse earthquake coming up on Monday. Is Deborah Ross?
You hear that? The Eclipse earthquake. Are you still here, Max?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Thank you for staying here, sir.
Well, absolutely. I'm just enjoying my pizza.
They know something we don't know. Let me go ahead and break this out right here. Not everybody knows this. In Antarctica, there is an earthquake making machine. Right here, Eric Hecker of Raytheon explains how weather isn't the only thing human beings can manipulate. Here he describes earthquake machine. Seems relevant considering the recent twin earthquakes in Taiwan. More details on Heckler and earthquake machine in Antarctica. Let me let this little video play.
We had the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. There was 2 incidental shots before they were able to target it correctly. This is an earthquake generating device as well. This is the weapons of war that we have to deal with now and what Raytheon's hiding. There's an ELF system at the South Pole Station that when I arrived, I was told it was off, dismantled, and completely defunct. In my work, I will rapidly just tell you, I had to figure out the circuitry for certain other repairs, and I found that this system is in fact completely energized, up and running, and being utilized with the other systems for nefarious purposes as well. When we had the earthquake.
You hear that? What do you think about that, Max? Did you know that even existed? See, they can lead people to believe an earthquake is naturally going to occur. I mean, I don't think they had an earthquake back in 1811. But say if a natural earthquake does not occur, they could use this earthquake machine.
That's an excellent video.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I dug it up. As you was talking earlier, you know, all these beams and this frequencies, all these electronics, and it just goes on and on. Even
It
with
does.
CERN is going to start up April the 8th. I mean, how much more can they put into our atmosphere, into running into the earth?
Well, I guess if they want to really put on a big show, the finale, it's a 7-year finale, y'all. I mean, when we look at exactly what happened on September 23rd, 2017, we saw 3 planets go into retrograde in Leo. That finished the 12 jewels in the crown of Virgin. In the Virgin, we saw Jupiter, the king planet, 9 months of retrograde, leave. Went straight into Ophiuchus, who is the serpent slayer, and is getting into esoteric. You start dealing with St. Michael's army, and what does he do? He casts them to the dirt, to Earth, and we're watching it. We are watching it all happen. But can we believe what we saw in the sky was real? Not anymore at all. Number one, we've caught NASA with all their products changing timelines. Okay, so we don't know when any of those videos were taken from their products. Have no idea. Number two, they got a fucking, I'm sorry about my language. They've got a fake machine up there that can show us the sun and trick 98% of the people that I can tell into believing that white thing is the sun. It's not, y'all. I've watched planes, trails waft behind it and cast shadows away and upwards away from my perspective. That can't be the sun. It's the white one's not real, artificial, and it is a hell of a weapon. Hell of a weapon.
Yeah, China definitely, they have an imitation sun, artificial. And
yeah, that's local. That's local stuff. That's playground local stuff.
It stayed up like 7 minutes or whatever. I can't imagine, the energy that goes into one of them. And I think they're using fusion. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about the nuclear.
Well, the sun simulator, the one that we're witnessing, that we see in the sky every day, is being generated by the sun. The sun, everybody says, well, where is the sun? It's right behind the white one. Can you not see the yellow ring around it? My God, that's the corona. That's our sun's corona peeking past. Yeah, they use lenses. Fresnel, it's magic trick. Nigel just uploaded a hell of a premiere day. It explains a lot of this stuff. Nigel's view on things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He can't come to he's yet to affirm my theory in his thoughts that these are plasmatic Fresnel lenses. They're positively ionized. Well, the reason I know this, the reason I have beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, we put people in electric chairs with not beyond a reasonable doubt. That's big. You don't have to see. They got these kids today, and a lot of people thinking you gotta have absolute proof. No, you don't. We literally put people to death.
Yeah. With
the benchmark of beyond a reasonable doubt. Beyond a reasonable doubt, I know damn well they're doing it with positive ions, and it's a freaking plasma screen.
Yeah, it takes them out quick. South Carolina still has the electric chair. You have anything else to say, Mr. Max? I don't want to take your whole day. I have a few more videos.
I'm just sitting there, man. I've been moving. I got one load left. I got to clean the apartment. I'm exhausted.
Yes, sir.
The mountain house had a possum come through it. She tore that kitchen up. She must have been hungry. Oh, me and Johnny, we're going to leave here. I come up to the store to get me some cigarettes and pizza and make sure I had good Wi-Fi to come on.
So you just think maybe this is a lot of hype when it comes, and the government is going. I mean, we don't know what they're really going to do if they do anything.
Well, we know this. What we call the government is a corporation, and that corporation is a artificial person, and that person is a devil's advocate. Period. We know this. How else can you see it any other way? It is one of many devils. That people say, who is the Antichrist? How many Antichrists do I need to point out? They're everywhere. Who will be the Antichrist? Well, it'll probably be some AI-driven whatever. Will we ever see the real one? Will we see that 30-foot serpentine creature?
Yeah,
Bipedal?
I saw
Will
that.
we see it? Will we see it sit in that throne in the basilica? Probably not. But will it? It probably already does. That's a 30-foot throne, largest altar in the world. It's an altar to Lucifer.
I wish I had that information or video that there's a big serpent down in South America in the ground that CERN is somehow going to make this serpent come out of the ground or wiggle or something, or try to move it or whatever.
Have you seen the hologram whales they can put in the sky in the middle of the city?
The hologram
whales, they come right out of buildings. They swim right out of buildings, right up in the sky. Hologram all around. Have you seen those, right? Well, there you go. What do we need to see? My God, y'all. Hello. These people got some tech, and they're not hooking us up with it, see? And where's that go? You know about, well, that's free energy. That's free energy. Well, ain't nothing free. Nothing's free. You got to build the machine, right? And then you got to maintain the machine, so it ain't free. But, yeah. I mean, we're still running around. Ooh, everybody's worried about getting rid of fossil fuel. Why aren't we running these damn things on electrified seawater? That's hydrogen and oxygen split right there. Those are the two most volatile molecules in the world. Hydrogen and oxygen.
Right.
Mess with that stuff. See if your torch won't blow up. I mean, come on, yo.
Hello, Creek Mary. Good to see y'all. We was talking about the eclipse. The government. What?
Where you going, John? No. Come here,
I'll let you go, Max. I got a few more videos of the show.
Love you. Love everybody. I'll be watching the rest of the show on the backside. Love y'all.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming in. Yeah, let me start a little bit. If you hadn't seen, I'm going to go back to my videos. So let's check them out. I may have taken one down. I don't know. Let me search through them here. People talking about all kinds of things. All right, let's start here again. And a lot of people seen this stuff, all over the internet and YouTube now. So, yeah. And this was on Fox News. I forget his name.
The strongest earthquake in 140 years, John. Look at all of that. And it's not.
John is his name. John something. 140 years, the earthquake that just hit the other day, the 4.7. It came on my Quake feed app, 4.7. They turned it into a 4.8. Probably, most likely, seemingly, because of April 8th. So, yeah, that's what he was referring to. But listen to what he says.
It's not over yet because we've got the Eclipse earthquake coming up on Monday. As Deborah Ross was telling us, it's going to be a transformative experience.
The Eclipse earthquake. All right, let me take that one down. I've already played that like 3 times. I'm going to move on. Let's see what this... I have a few things, here. NASA. This is where I also... This guy here. He talks about it, the ellipse. He says it one time here. I'm not going to let anything hold me back. I'm just going to keep playing my videos.
I've often said that at NASA, our mission is for all humanity. And that's because space brings us together. There's no better proof than moments like this, a total solar eclipse.
Y'all heard that, right? Total solar ellipse. It goes on to talk about animals acting differently and humans or whatever, various things that could, whatever. I mean, all right, this guy here, if I can get it to pull up, let's see what it says. It had something saying with it, but I'm going to go ahead and let it play. Will America see the worst earthquake in history this year? If it'll play. I got to let it load up or something.
So NASA said there's going to be an ellipse during the eclipse. An ellipse can...
You hear that, right? That word, ellipse. All right, listen to how this guy... See, people, they do their research. And I listen to common sense theories and common sense equations, or however you want to put it. People put information out there. I listen to it.
Can only work with a domed top. If you don't believe me, I'm going to need you to Google it. But an ellipse is focusing frequency off of one part of the dome very lightly, as if I was here standing beside you and I whispered to you, but we were in this domed area. Whenever I whisper, whoever was all the way on the other side would hear it as if I was standing beside them. And this is called foci. These are the focal points of the ellipse. Now, when you focus frequency like that, it becomes a lithotripter. And a lithotripter, for those of you that have had kidney stones, is used to break down stone, which works as an ellipse. It focuses from one point to another focal point, and they work together to break stones. And I need you all to remember that the Schumann resonance of Mother Earth has changed, which means we were about to start vibrating higher. They're getting ready to drop the frequency so much and adjust it so much to where I believe we are about to see the worst earthquake in the history of humankind. And I didn't say this. NASA said they will be focusing an ellipse along the path of totality. But I need you to see something. If you follow me, you should be familiar with this map. But if you can see, this new river that's carved through the New Madrid fault line is along the exact same path of totality. All right? And NASA said that they were going to use an ellipse to focus along the path of totality. I did not say that. And if you learn about an ellipse, like I just said, it is like a lithotripter. They use lithotripsy to break stone. Imagine how much stone they can break with the frequency of CERN being used as an ellipse off the dome. And once again, I didn't say this. They did. They are firing up the CERN particle collider. All right? HARP. Any of this stuff, that if y'all don't know this, you got a lot of research to do. You can call this fear-mongering. But I have been placing dots and connecting dots for the last few years. And after I heard him clearly say ellipse, and I understand what an ellipse is and how it works, get the fuck away from the path of totality, people. For those of you that do not lose or meet your demise from the earthquakes.
This is just a video online. I mean, it's up to you. I wouldn't go near the path of totality from all this drama and everything that I'm hearing out here, and how they've got all this worked up and people in fear. You never know. But you hear this man plainly, just like I do. Let me go ahead and I was like, man, what is this? Why are this man saying ellipse instead of eclipse? I mean, let's look. I'm going to finish playing this.
Weeks that will soon follow. I'm not sure if it's going to be instant or if it will be the days to come or maybe even a month later, but I will make you a promise. I will make you a promise that the United States will see the worst earthquake in the history of mankind this year. I'm going to let you know. Listen. And for those of you that follow me, you know that usually when I say it, you come back and say, you were right. So, get away. Do not go outside in this eclipse. Do not look up at this eclipse. I cannot believe that the world governments are about to do to the people what they're about to do to the people. Stay frosty, people. Locked and loaded, ready to.
Thank you, Nigel's view on things. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm going to go back and watch your video that Max was talking about. But I've gotten into this eclipse. You know, JWTV talked about biological weapons being used. There are other aspects. I mean, could there be an earthquake? And we talked about that from 1811. There were 10,000 quakes, aftershocks, whatever you want to call them. But the main one was 8.8. I mean, if this doesn't occur naturally, what this man and other people are saying also that they will use frequency or use an earthquake machine like they have in Antarctica. This right here. I hate to keep playing all this over and over again, but some of you are just now coming in. I'll play it for the last time.
When we had the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand, there was 2 incidental shots before they were able to target it correctly. This is an earthquake generating device as well. This is the weapons of war that we have to deal with now and what Raytheon's hiding. There's an ELF system at the South Pole Station that when I arrived, I was told it was off, dismantled, and completely defunct. In my work, I will rapidly just tell you, I had to figure out the circuitry for certain other repairs, and I found that this system is in fact completely energized, up and running, and being utilized with the other systems for nefarious purposes as well.
And I didn't want to just only focus on CERN. You know, are these 3 planes that will be flying? What are them? The military planes? 3 rockets going up, the comet. They got us focused on a lot of this. While in the meantime, there could be something else still going on. But I kind of wanted to focus also on all this because, like, new information, you know, people coming out and saying it on the Fox News that the Eclipse earthquake. So I don't know. They could mean, you know, the storm is coming. We've been told in the past. I mean, you hear earthquake, you think earthquake. That could mean an earthquake of something else in some other way, you know, but I take it that they literally mean earthquake. So, yeah, if there was something, it could be an earthquake of, I don't know, I mean, of proportions. So a biological weapon causing people to fall out and have seizures. Or what else would it do, you know? Could it kill people on the spot or whatever? Hundreds of thousands. And people that make it, you know, would disperse eventually and go home or whatever and spread it. But still, when you could say tsunami in the same way would mean a tsunami of problems in the future or whatever. That's what I meant by saying earthquake, because who knows exactly? I mean, literally, you know what I'm saying, y'all? You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So that's pretty much, yeah, explains what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to put some information out there. This guy here, let me go ahead and play this. There's something very mysterious about this earthquake in Taiwan. So, yeah, this guy here talks about it like he did about Chile and Maui. Pretty much, you know, building smart cities and all that. Before I conclude, you know, I wanted to play this.
They don't want you to know the truth about the earthquake that happened in Taiwan, and they're trying to suppress my recent video trying to show everybody the truth. Open your eyes, people, just like Maui, just like Chile, just like Greece, just like Canada. All of these places that experience natural disasters in quotations, okay, had a sustainable investment visit and smart city forum just a year ago. all aiming to have the intention of achieving carbon neutrality by 2030, people, with the organizers of these events in Taiwan being the Hualien County government. With all these individuals being the head organizers, okay? But focus on this guy right here. He's the director of Intercon, okay? And actually stay with me here if you actually want to be enlightened. Intercon is a company that operates out of Chile, by the way, specifically Viña del Mar. I'll show everybody that here in a minute. Operating mainly in the petrochemicals and oil and gas sector. Interconnected with its key contacts, projects, shareholders, related news, and more. This company has operations in Chile, like I just mentioned, which include all of this. With Intercon's new address being where? Oh yeah, isn't that ironic? Viña del Mar. With the What City business headquarters, that's connected to Intercon, by the way, being where? Oh yeah, Viña del Mar. It's not a coincidence, people, no matter how much you want to think it is. These same energy institutions are declaring rebuilding every single one of these locations that were struck with the, in quotations, natural disaster. But still, people refuse to acknowledge the truth because they don't think it's possible. Look into the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory. I implore you to research into what neutrinos actually are and how, when they're dispersed, what they actually do. Do keep in mind, CERN itself does experiments at the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory. And isn't it ironic that CERN might have taken site tracking off of their websites? This is for entertainment purposes only. Let me just get that out there real quick. And if you choose to not believe anything that I'm telling you, then I highly implore you to look into NASA's new Space Force unit. You know, the one that was created to defend our nation against adversary satellites that are capable of producing space lasers, people? As stupid as you think that sounds, it's possible. And there's many articles proving it to be possible. Stop choosing to be so dull-minded. Stop choosing to be so shut out from reading.
Yeah, he says the F-bomb there at the end. Yeah, so who knows when it comes to this eclipse, April the 8th. And some of these cities, I believe, are on the list. I mean, there's a long list of smart cities and all that. I mean, I just thought I'd go live and put a little new information that's come out recently. And people jumping on it all over the internet and stuff. So I may have a little bit perspective on things when it comes to this eclipse. I was like, should I go live and say my farewells to everybody? You know what I'm saying, y'all? I didn't come on here to say my farewells, okay? But I thought I'd come on and say hello, Gwen P. Hello. Byron, how are you doing? One of my newest members here on the channel, Byron. Good to have you. It's supposed to be cloudy where I live on the day. Yeah, they're going to do everything they can with the chemtrails to block a lot of it out. People be out looking for it. I don't know. I remember hiding a video that the natives, I wish I could find it real quick, but it would take searching. The natives, you know, the Indians, they stayed indoors. They believe, you know, I wish I could play it and find it, you know, and find it and play it. That they didn't relate, you know, to the eclipse at all. Any eclipse that occurred, they stayed indoors. And as we all know, like in ancient times, it was a curse or bad luck even. And they're encouraging, you know, these days people to go out and look. I mean, what a big difference, you know, in cultures and all that now. I guess it's not really been shown to harm people. People try to come out and say there's an eclipse sickness, you know, that you can get sick from the eclipse itself. So if there were going to be biological weapons even used, you know, they would say there's an eclipse sickness that's causing this on these people. Until, you know, anything biological is not going to be, probably, it would take a little time also to spread, you know. I don't know the program. I don't know when they're going to demand new lockdowns and all that. But if it's, say, in 2 months, they could put a new pandemic warning out there. And, you know, the World Health Organization come out and say that we're implementing all this. I mean, it would be their opportunity, you know. to be able to take full control. So yeah, I look at every aspect of all this. I mean, I didn't come on to say my farewells. I hope there is no earthquake, y'all. It would ripple across the whole southeast. You know, it would be devastating. I'm telling what really, I mean, would it happen naturally? Or would they use their earthquake machines, CERN, frequencies, whatever they have, HARP? You know, a lot of people believe that they used HARP to put the earthquake on Japan years ago where it caused Fukushima, you know, and a tsunami then. I didn't come on to say my farewells. I'm hoping to see everyone after this great American eclipse, y'all. I don't want to give anybody any suggestions on what to do, but I know what I'm going to do. In 2017, everything seemed a lot different, you know. I was watching it then. I was out in this field and it turned dark and all that. The mystery of the eclipse and all that. You know what I'm saying, y'all? There's this channel saying they was putting bacteria in the sky or something back then. I mean, what is the purpose of all this? Depopulation. I don't put nothing past. I'm saying be cautious. I wouldn't travel where there's hundreds of thousands of people. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to. Y'all do what you want to do. I appreciate everybody coming in and spending time with me. Maybe you learned something new today about the eclipse, you know. This guy came out and he was saying the eclipse, and this is where they're using sound and frequency from far away. You know, he could refer to it as sound that you could hear from far away because of the dome. But that could be in another way of saying frequencies will be used. You know, I'm trying to see behind the scenes of what they're not telling us. But if there is a great American earthquake, I hope everyone's prepared because power will go down. We're talking about like a 9 point whatever. They're going to shoot for the stars if they do it. And I'm not trying to fear point anybody. It's a very possibility that this is the moment they've waited for. Pray up, everybody. Be ready. Because we don't even know. I mean, the other day when the 4.7 hit up in New Jersey, there was nobody expecting. And what is that just a precursor to what we're really going to see? A test. You know, was it on purpose? Was it natural? I'm going to keep digging, you know, if I run across information out there to see that shows that wasn't natural. This guy, like in Taiwan, you know, I played a few minutes ago, saying it's pretty suspicious about the Taiwanian earthquake. But anyway, I meant to pull up and show that there are many earthquakes happening all the time. 5.0s and all that. I mean, but let's hope. Let's hope and pray and be ready. Have no fear. Because maybe nothing, you know. Am I presenting this right? Because maybe nothing. And all the hype, you know. They got people in fear and everything. They're feeding off this fear. I was hearing in another video that it's the end of the month, end of the year. I mean, in reality, it's the end of the year, this guy was saying. That on the morning of the 9th will be a new year. But they're feeding while they have time. They're feeding off the fear of everybody. Where the old year to bring it into the new year. I hear all this stuff. I think about it. I wonder if it's even possible. It probably is. But as long as we stay on the good side of things, there's nothing to worry about. Because the good Lord will take care of you, okay? There's good signs in all this, y'all. Hello, M. Tashunka B. Good to have you, and thank you. I hope nothing happens. I didn't come on to say my farewells, y'all, Mike Smith. I didn't. But if anything happens, know that I love you, brother. I love everybody here. I love everybody that's not here. I love my neighbors. Lord, forgive me my sins. I don't want to have to be ready, but I want to live forever, y'all. Pray and hope, y'all. Stay prayed up. There are many things. You can get batteries and lights and chargers or whatever you need. Go buy a little stove single top or something. They're $10 at Rose's or at the Super Dollar Store or whatever you have. Because you never know, you're might need something for backup, you know? And buy a couple cases of water. Because the government's telling you to do that anyway, you know? Be aware, be prepared. Thank you for the super chat and I just view on things. Appreciate it, brother. I'm going to go watch that video. I'm at the end of my live stream, y'all. May God bless everybody. Be with you. May God be with you. Be ready, y'all. Don't be scared. I'll admit, I'm not scared. I'm not in fear. But I feel like anything is possible, like I always say. Anything is possible. Thank you, everyone. I've been live 1 hour and 12 minutes.